Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to today's Lunar Classic video update for Saturday 23 of July, and our technical target is still pending. We're still looking for that down drop to actually go down to 7744, and there's no signs of like saying that this is not interested to go down there. It's still interested to go down there. Now there's a little bit of a double bottom, you might say, as well, but I will say that this is also a resistance that is coming into play. So you might see this thing getting rejected over here and start to move way more lower from here, start to print that red candle to finally go down to that south that we're talking about. So if you're not in our signal, do join our signals. I'm gonna leave the link for agreement at the end of the video. You're going to find a video to watch on how to enter a signal. So Discord is really free. Okay, Discord doesn't charge a dime. And yesterday, this is what I was talking about Bitcoin, that you might see Bitcoin with a 1 2 3 4 5 impulsive move and then an ABC correction. And there's the details are on the actually Discord chat. So what I'm going to do is open up the signals here, and this is what I was talking about yesterday. So yep, the market structure isn't looking for dumps, right? So Bitcoin can still drop to 22,000 on weekends, and we were trading at that time nearly $23,445. And I was saying that seems like this was Illy 05 and an ABC correction to be printed again, still trying to dig deep to find more clues. Yep, and I told them that after the ABC correction, the RSI was really overbought, and I was expecting the RSI to cool off a little bit to the downside. So at the moment, Bitcoin is really doing the same exact thing that I was really expecting it to do. So we're already down at 22,754 from 23,400, 500. And we might potentially see Bitcoin. And I'm actually telling you about Bitcoin, even though this is a Lunar Classic update, because it's potentially Bitcoin showing negative signs as well. That tells me that Luna Classic is not going to survive at the moment. Okay, so you might see this thing actually start to drop all the way down if it does make a bear flag to $21,400, and that's when I see Luna Classic actually making its drop to the downside. So weekends are not amazing. I never like to trade during the weekends because the weekends are really tough time to trade as a trader, and the market actually tends to be red during the weekend. So today's such a day. Today's the very first day that actually the weekend kicks in and it starts in. So you really want to be careful out there. The technical target is still remains 7744, right? So I want to actually dive into the daily again, and I want to see how the daily really looks like. And what I'm going to say is that there is an apex coming in, and you might see this thing making some sort of a bear pennant, right? On the daily, I do see a bear pennant at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is, try to remove all the drawings once again and bring in a clear chart. And let's talk about the bear pennant at the moment. So from here to here, you can see this wicks coming in, right? And then from there, you can see the upper resistance kicking in as well. So that's a bear pennant. Clear bear pennant. And if you don't know about bear pennants, let's do a Google. Bear pennant, just like that. Yep. And this is how it looks like on a very simple image. So when the price is moving down and you have the upper resistance coming in, right, and the prices start to move up, and but the prices sort of decline, so the incline and decline making a some sort of a symmetrical triangle, that's almost a bear pennant. Okay, so this is a very mini bear pennant at the moment, and I don't know if it might be way more clear on the 4-hour time frame, but it's not clear on the 4-hour time frame here, but it's really clear on a daily that this is your potential bear flag. So if this is your bear flag, how are you going to drop? How much are you going to drop? So from there to there, if you're going to actually pop to the downside, then you're looking for the prices to come down nearly 8725, and if you come down to 8725, then you're looking for this thing to basically being lost. So that setup is going to be lost, and you might make a little bit of a push again to the upside and then drop to the downside and finally go to the technical target at the moment. And that's what I do actually see happening in the future, in the next coming few days, right? So be careful of a bear pennant at the moment. I just want to get as much clue as I can at this, with the drawings. So there is upper resistance coming in as well, something like this, right? So you do have this upper resistance flowing to the downside somewhere there, and you also have this another resistance coming in. So even if you were to consolidate, let's say for example, okay, you want to consolidate a very, very long time, then, in my opinion, you're looking for the apex coming by 28th of July. In the next 5 days, you're going to have a very long consolidation, maybe, and have a decision right here. Can you actually pop to the upside and hold this level? That can actually be successful. It can happen like that way, and you can actually see this one even falling way more to the downside. But bringing in the clues together, you can already see that we have Bitcoin with ABC correction at the moment, right? And then we have Luna Classic with its technical target of a descending triangle. So weekend is also upon us. There's a lot of things to actually watch out for. There's a lot of things to watch out for. I'm just gonna bring in the EMA and study the EMA at the moment. So you can already see that on the EMAs we do have this blue line down here, and that is actually down to 9315, and it seems like it's interested to actually go down to this blue line nearly. And what I can say is that there's a cross about to happen for the 10 and the 20. So if this 10 and the 20 actually crosses, then you're looking for a bigger drop, maybe to this 55. And if you lose the 55 and you actually drop, then you might see the 10, the 20, and the 55 actually crossing. So what about the EMAs on a 4-hour time frame? That's what I want to see. So in the 4-hour time frame, we have the EMAs, and you can see the EMAs are actually like pretty much the big resistance right now. Do you see that? So the 10 is actually acting as a very, very big resistance at the moment for things to move higher and higher and higher. So you cannot actually expect this thing to go higher as long as you're being rejected with the EMAs at the moment, right? So it is what it is. The EMAs are actually going to act really tough. I just want to see the weekly because we're about to start new week as well. And you can see the weekly hasn't really closed yet, and you have 1 day 20 hours to close the weekly. In the next 1 day 20 hours, can you actually go down again to this level, just move a little bit down and go to the technical target? If you do that, then you're going to be printing in three black crows at the moment, and that's still going to be bearish even on a weekly time frame. Then you might be looking for this thing to actually continue to drop even more to the downside. Can he actually do that? I don't know. But the weekly closing is super, super important, because if you start to close with an inverted hammer like this, there's a good chance that you might actually break to the upside, and then you start to move higher and higher and make a morning star as well. That will be the bottom, and then you start to move to the upside and go to the upside. But to me, once again, I'm going to give you a refresher. The refresher is really that you wanna actually come up and break this level. If you do break out of this level, that's the time when I'm gonna say that, oh, okay, amazing. You have already made that huge cup. You made for the handle. You broke the handle. You go up here. You backtest this level. Hold that level like a boss, and then we continue higher, potentially to those particular level. And that's when I will be trading it. Anything in between these ranges, I don't know. I don't know what to say, okay? Anything between here is not a trade that I actually trade. But we're actually going to be left on a daily resistance here that we might want to look for a break that is coming very soon, and we're going to get an answer. So from there to there, we're looking for this thing to actually make a decision by nearly, again, 26, 28th of July. And that's it for today's Luna Classic update. I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.